Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm actually going to teach you guys some tips for your footwork. It's going to help you out being faster, stronger, and hopefully cleaner with your footwork. These are some tips that I've learned throughout my dance career from when I first started really actually looking into history and foundation for footwork. What's up, Tucker? He's joining me in all my videos lately. But yeah, so like I said, these are a lot of tips that I've learned throughout my years. I hope these help you guys a lot. I'm not gonna put all my tips and tricks out there because I do teach online classes. So hopefully, if you guys want to know more tips and exercises, you know, comment below or let me know. Message me on my Instagram. I'll write it down here. And you guys can take some online classes and I'll be able to teach you guys a little bit more exercises and tips than what I'm going to show you guys today. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys. So if you guys have watched some of my footwork tutorials, I've kind of taught a little bit of some of the tips I'm going to give you guys today. But I'm going to make this whole video on tips, so I want to repeat some of those. A lot of these tips you guys already probably know. They're probably very common and just common sense. But I'm still gonna go over them because if you don't know them, it's gonna help you guys out. Also, these tips are really for beginners or actual b-boys who have been doing this for years that maybe this will help them out. There's times where I watch videos and even though I've only been breaking for 10 years, so it's not a long time. But I'm always learning from people, sometimes people who've been breaking less time, but definitely learning from a lot of people who've been doing it for a long time. So you can always learn from everybody and anything. So yeah, let's get to these. I already talked about footwork hands. Make sure that you're on the knuckles of your hands really. When you're doing footwork, if you're doing some kind of exaggerated footwork move, like it's big, like a two-step, and I've broken my thumb several times doing these. That's why sometimes I actually go flat-handed. So there are certain moves in footwork that you will be going flat-handed, but make sure that you guys are on the bottom knuckles of your feet, of your hands while you're doing footwork. Another tip I'm gonna give you guys is your form, right? So if we're starting footwork, well, a lot of people that I've seen do footwork sometimes their knees are facing up. Again, there's nothing wrong really with a lot of these things. This is just gonna make your footwork look better, be more powerful, and it's gonna make you quicker and lighter in your feet. So I'm not judging on anybody who's doing it with their knees up or anything. This is just better form. So try to face your knees either down. So when I'm doing footwork, fast footwork, my knees are actually down. My knees are actually down and my hips actually also go up when I'm doing forward footwork, right? But just work on having your knees facing neutral or down, not up. Once your knees go up, your heels go down. So we're trying to avoid that also. Also pay attention because I'm trying to catch my balance. Watch what happens when my heels go down. My chest also goes down, my knees come up, which is it's just gonna make your footwork a lot clunkier and a lot harder to do. So pick your hips up, knees down. Another tip again for the knees is don't do this with your legs. Keep them close, you know. Try to do footwork with your legs tied if you can, put a t-shirt or something around and play with that. The closer they are, the faster your footwork is going to be because there's less travel time between your legs. And it's also going to look fresher instead of looking like this, right? Like we don't really want this when we're doing 6-step, right? So, second time I did the 6 steps, I was doing it with my legs closed. You can see it was a little bit more faster and it just looked overall better. So there's another tip. I'll be writing down the tips too down so you guys can see them. All right, on to the next tip. So footwork is not just forward or circular. We also have back footwork. So your back position here, right? I've seen a lot of different forms. Again, I'm not saying that they're all bad. I'm not judging on that. I'm just saying this way is a lot better. And when I was taking Storm workshop, he really emphasized on this part, and it's having a slight bend on your knees, and your legs shouldn't really be open too much. It should be, you know, comfortable, and just have that slight bend because it's gonna make your back here a lot faster and cleaner. You don't want your hips too high up, and you don't want them too low. Obviously, that looks just weird. So keep your legs bent, and also another tip: really stay light on your feet. No matter where you are, really, you want to have light feet. So if I'm going to my back, I'm gonna do some back shuffles, right? So I'll go fixing you guys. I want to do back shuffles, but you guys are gonna see how I stay light in my feet and my knees are bent. So here. Right, so my knees were bent, my feet were light, which was able to help me get there, get to that cleanliness, right, on that back shuffle. Again, another tip. This is all about tips. I actually use my core a lot when I'm doing footwork. Like with the back shuffles, I'm actually squeezing my core because I want that to be powerful. Even when I do my 6-step, if I'm like putting all like power into it, I'm squeezing here, and I'm also kind of kicking as hard as possible with my legs, and that's gonna create a lot of power between your footwork, and it's just gonna look a lot better. Okay, so squeeze your core, feet light, bent knees. Another tip is your hips. A lot of people don't really know this, but your hips are really involved with footwork. So I'll take it back to that back shuffle. The more I emphasize my hip rotations, the better and more powerful that footwork is going to look. So I'll do one example without my hip exaggeration, and then another one with more hip rotation exaggeration. Okay, so I'll show you one, right? And this is just like that, right? No hip really. And now I'll show you with my hip. All right, so just adding that extra hip rotation is gonna make you kick a little bit harder and a little bit more powerful. It's also gonna look more three-dimensional when you start adding your hip to your moves. I actually use my hip even when I'm doing 6 steps. I'm putting my hips literally in every part of the footwork when I'm doing footwork. It's very essential, I think, and it's just overall dope when you get powerful footwork like that. So now that we've gone over several tips, I'm going to talk a little bit more about footwork. If you're just starting out, I really think you should focus on the fundamentals, the foundational steps as far as footwork goes. Really get those down. I would drill them until you have the best that you can get them. Obviously, adding all these little tips is going to just make you that much better at footwork. It's going to help you that much at just being a better b-boy. And don't forget that this is a dance. So besides these tips, once you get this foundational steps down, it's going to be you kind of have to start playing with the music as well after you get everything down and you start like really killing the foundational steps. you can start dancing with these footwork steps by getting in or out of them, or just staying within them, within the steps. Again, you're dancing to music, so the better you have these footwork steps, the easier it's going to become when you start dancing to the music. And there's several beats that you want to hit, and I mean, without getting into the music talk, because that's another video. There's different patterns, there's different sounds, there's so much involved within music that at some point you want to put your footwork into that. So it's very important that you get all those foundational steps tight and strong, so that way when you start dancing to the music, your body will just freely be able to move through those sounds, and you'll be able to hit many different patterns of music and different tones of music as well. So really focus on those. I can't express that enough. I really hope this video helped you guys out. It's kind of short, but it's probably one of the most important videos that I've made. If this helped you guys out, make sure you guys share it. Please hit the subscribe button and like and all that YouTube stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.